And we are live. Hey, welcome everybody to the 24-hour marketing mastermind hangout. And we have got a whopper of a hangout for you today. We've got like 1 million people on the panel here, and we've done this for a very special reason because we've all just really come back from the Rise event and Empower. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to give you guys kind of like a glimpse into what we were experiencing in that whole event. It was certainly one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had, and I know for every single person on this hangout, it's been amazing. And all of these people you're seeing on this panel are people that have seen, have been to the actual hangout itself or seen it on a live stream. And that's actually how I got already hooked into it. Is that I was watching on a live stream, and as a result I got connected with some people, and that was just powerful in itself. So I know that I had to be there on the next particular event, and I wanted to guys give you something really special today, and that is to show you that these people here are not just people that are necessarily all in financially, but all of these people, as I like to quote my friend here, Patrick, are all in mentally. These people are really dedicated to their business. They want to make this happen no matter what. And I know that they've got a go-get attitude. And the first person I want to bring on is a very good friend of mine. His name is Wade Hamill. Wade is a guy that just, I met Wade a few years ago, or a few years ago, I suppose. Is that right, Wade? We met, and Wade is just a person that just consistently carries on and probably blogs a whole lot. I know he blogs a whole lot more than I do. And Wade, I just wanted to say welcome, man. And I know you had a chance to actually see the Hangout live stream. Would you mind just telling everybody watching this Hangout what your take back was from that, what you got from it, and yeah, just tell everyone a bit about yourself also as well.
Okay, so Wade, are you talking to me?
No, Wade Hamill.
Oh,
You started the other side, remember?
you talking to me?
No, Wade Hamill, and I've been doing internet marketing for about 2 years. And first of all, I love it. And I was not able to go to the event, but I did do a live stream on it, and it has made it to where I'm definitely going to make it to the next event in Orlando. It was amazing to see what was going on. And I would probably say the biggest takeaway I got from it, Dave, was Paul Hutchins talking about his story, and just letting people know who you really are. For a while there, I was kind of, behind, didn't really tell a lot of people about my entire story because I figured, why would somebody want to deal with somebody that, has that situation going on, But I want to be able to relate to people, and I just got done making a video that I'm going to put on my blog. I was in the middle of making a blog before this, and just talking about telling people that, hey, it doesn't matter what kind of past you had. It doesn't matter what you drive, what you live in. I mean, I drive, shit, I don't even know what year it is. It's like 1990, piece of crap little Dodge Omni car. It's great on gas, but it's a piece of crap. I live in a single wide trailer. And the reason why I'm letting people know that is because I want them to relate with me. I'm no special guy. I'm no superhero. I'm just a normal guy who has, 3 kids. I got my 2 teenage boys that live with me. And there's a lot of times that, especially one of the jobs that I had, I worked like, 12, 14 hours a day, and I missed out on doing things with my kids. So one of my big target people that I want to reach is parents out there, whether you're single or not. The idea, I think, that everybody on this panel, the reason why they are in the business they're in is for freedom. Not just financially, but freedom to do whatever they want to do and spend time with their kids. I know that Jeff Sherwood, that you'll meet here in a little bit, he's got several kids, and he can testify that at the age that they are, you want to cherish those times. And even for there's some single moms out there that I know that have to go and pay outrageous fees for daycare, and sometimes they're going to miss out on either their child taking their first step, saying their first word, and unfortunately you can't go back into that. So one reason why I got into this business is to help other people, not just for the money. Yeah, the money is great, but it's above and beyond that. And watching the event, hearing everybody's stories, I was really able to relate and just kind of open up my story and just touch more people.
Cool, man. Hey, if you're watching this right now and you don't know who Wade is like one of the most approachable people that you can come across. Wade will let you go of his way for anything. He really wants to help you. Now, people have just gravitated towards Wade. He's a really, really decent person, and I know he's helped me a lot. And I just want to say thanks, Wade, for everything you've done, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Dave, and you've done a lot for me as well too. And that's another thing about this business. I get to meet so many amazing people. Doesn't matter where you live. Thank God for Skype, or thank God for these Hangouts, because all these people are amazing. And they've all got tremendous stories. And for people who are watching this, you can definitely relate to somebody on this panel. So listen to what everybody has to say, except Pat.
Except Pat, yeah. All right, the next person I want to bring on, and a lot of you guys know him, his name is Ryan. Ryan, if you're there, I don't know if Ryan's there. I guess we all know where Ryan is right now, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's gone to the bathroom.
Ryan is in the bathroom, no doubt, fixing his man bun. Yeah. He's got to make sure that man bun's perfect.
Yo, guys, it's on fleek, though. Can you hear
me?
It's
on point. It's on point.
Can you hear? Yeah, I was having really bad connection. I was trying to send some emails out and do some stuff, but I had like a really, really bad connection. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Hey, for those of you, if you don't know Ryan, Ryan's actually Ryan is my sponsor. Ryan was the person that got me in really on the ball rolling when I got started. And let me tell you something, man. This guy stuck with me through all my complaining and through all my bitterness. He just said, Dave, the thing I remember about Ryan saying to me the whole time was, it's just around the corner, Dave. It's just around the corner. It's just around the corner. And, thank heaven that he did that, because, it really started to come through, and I started to really start seeing results. And I got to meet Ryan in person at this event, which was kind of surreal. In one sense, it was kind of like just meeting him again, because I knew him for like almost 3 years, and but the other side of it was so strange, because we actually got to see each other in person and physically be there. So Ryan, if you wouldn't mind just telling people what you took away from the event, that'd be really incredible.
What's up, Dave? Thanks for that intro, man, and it's really cool to be on your Hangout, by the way. Dude, your Hangout's blown up just like crazy, man. You got so many people on here, so many leaders. And we got Pat Patterson himself. We got all these guys on here, And yeah, man. And everybody doesn't even realize. Anybody that's watching right now doesn't realize how big of a celebrity Dave is. He might not have been on the Empower Network stage, but this guy is the epitome of a success story that if I've ever seen one or even heard of one. You know what I mean? So I'm sure you've heard his story and stuff like that, but thank you, Dave, for sticking with it and going through everything. So me, really quickly, I took away from the event a lot of things, but the biggest thing that I took away is just the ability to connect with people in the flesh, like Dave. I've known Dave for like 2 or 3 years, and the ability to connect with Dave and to talk to him one-on-one and to meet people and to talk one-on-one with people like Pat Patterson, somebody that's making $10,000 to $15,000 a month, and getting to talk to him and to figure out what he's doing, what specifically he's doing to get his traffic and leads. And that's the key, because if you're kind of new online and you want the answers, if you try to reach out to like authorities on Facebook, it's just not really going to work. Like if you try to reach out to authorities on Facebook and be like, hey, what is it that you're doing, to get the results that you're doing, a lot of times they're probably going to blow you off, because they get those messages all the time, right? But if you can go to an event and you can meet them in person and add value to them in some way in person and get a chance to know them and talk to them and meet them for who they really are, and then you just say, hey, like, what is it that you're doing? Like, what is it that maybe something that I could, you could help me with? They're more likely to to open up to you. And there's just not a price you can put on meeting people in the flesh, leaders, and meeting people like Dave Wood and branding yourself. It's very important to brand yourself in a business like this with leaders and get videos with leaders and stuff like that. I mean, that's just aside from the stuff that you learn on the stage, but I mean, that's really what I got from it, Dave, is just like meeting you, man, and meeting like Pat Patterson and meeting like just all of you guys again, Wade, having a blast with Wade, and yeah, dude. I mean, I can't put a price on the information, but the big thing for me is the networking and the opportunity to brand yourself.
Cool, man. Thanks a lot, Ryan. The thing that the person I want to introduce next, Mr. Pat Patterson, is a very good friend of mine, and the interesting thing is that we actually met on the previous event when I wasn't actually physically there. I was watching the live streaming, and I know that Johnny, Jeff's brother, was carrying around a phone, and we were just walking around the hall at the Gaylord Hotel, and he walked into the smoking section, and there was Pat, and he said, "You want to say hello?" And then Johnny pointed the camera and said, "Hey, South Africa on the phone," and that's when Pat said, "Hey, where's your cigarette?" And I had to show him my cigarette, and that's how we got to meet, and that's when I messaged Pat afterwards, and we got to be really good friends. And so I just want to say that, if you don't know who Pat Patterson is, get out of the rock that you're living in and open your eyes, because this guy is, I don't know, he's just a very interesting character. I'm going to bring him on here just so you can hear him speak, and you'll see exactly what I mean the moment he opens his mouth. So, Pat, take it away.
Well, first I'd like to say, I noticed as you were talking about me, your voice went from South Africa to Louisiana Southern that quick. Hey, this is Pat Patterson. Where the hell did that come from? That was great, man. See, guys, he was trying to imitate me. He tries to imitate, with that Southern drawl. Yes, and we still say over yonder and over there and all that shit. So.
And hey, y'all, and all that stuff.
Yeah, we say y'all. And we say y'all when we're talking about just one person. Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
No, it's just me.
Best thing about Tennessee.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Dave.
No. What is it that you took away from the event that you were in? What was it that your biggest takeaway from it?
Well, I kind of hate to answer that because what I took away sounds very conceited, like I'm stuck on myself. But for anybody that knows me, I swear I'm not. But this is what I took away from the event. And I'm going to go back to what Wade had said. The guy, the Wade in the blue shirt, not Mr. Doctor Wade.
Okay.
He said, about his story, and he didn't realize that people would connect with him, and nobody wanted to hear that shit. I had no idea that my story and my success has connected and inspired so many people. But before I got on stage and a lot after I came off stage, you all that were there witnessed. People were on me like I was, ugly on an ape. They wanted pictures. I didn't say anything about lions, Dave, but they wanted pictures and they wanted to talk to me and they just wanted to be around me, telling me how much I inspired them. And that's what I took. That's the most I took away from this event is I never realized how much I have affected and inspired so many people. And to me, it's a pure blessing. So I've got to go with what Wade, back to what Wade said, and I felt the same way. The first person I ever told my story to was Mars. I started October 17th of 2013, and in March of 2015, this year, Mars wanted me to do a video for Empower Network. Because I had told Tara, she called me about this Rising Star interview, and I told Tara that I was injured as a cop and I found this, and that's about all I told her. So Mars calls me and wants my complete story, and that's the first time I ever told the story. So, because I was ashamed of my story. I mean, I got my ass kicked. My ass was handed to me as a police officer. That's a sign of weakness in law enforcement. I kept that shit a secret. I didn't think anybody cared and nobody wanted to hear it. But when I began telling my story, you know, like it affected you, Dave, and it's helped you a lot because you send people to my video. But it's just amazing at the event how I personally saw how much my story and how much I inspired other people. So, man, I'm just going to keep on trucking on. So.
Well, you know, the interesting thing about Pat is that, you know, when I was doing fairly well with my business up to a point, but when I kind of hitched my wagon to Pat, because Pat is he's got a lot of influence, and because he is successful in the internet industry, what happened to my particular situation is that my income virtually tripled. And you know, just for you guys watching out there, if you don't realize the power of connecting with people that are successful, right. You know, the way that I connected with Ryan, okay, and because I connected with Ryan, that had a huge impact on my particular income, right? And when I connected with Pat, it had a huge impact on my income. It's because we are learning from each other. We connect with people. And, you know, you have to do whatever you can to succeed. And the way you do that is by surrounding yourself with success. And I'm surrounded here with what I'd like to call this my family. You know, these are my brothers and my sisters, the people that I really speak to virtually every single day. And it is a family. It is a person. They are people that care about you. And speaking on that, I want to bring this on to the next person. That is.
Wait, hold on, Dave. I wanted to show a quick video.
Oh, yes.
Okay, with you. It's kind of a recap of the event that we just came from to let everybody know what they missed.
Sure thing.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Now, Wade in the blue shirt said it was fine, so I just went with what he said.
No, that's
No, it was awesome watching that, man.
But this is, I'm going to share my screen. Let me know when the screen is shared.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it on?
The X-rays aren't showing anything. Yeah, he said my hips look great on that X-ray.
Okay, can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, man, you're good to go.
Okay, good.
What I'm most excited for here at Rise is just the unity, you know, the coming together of two minds to meld into one massive freedom movement.
I'm getting so much from just being here.
Being around all these amazing people is just motivation to keep going and never stop trying.
Care about you and they actually want you to succeed, and that's the first company I've been in that actually really cares about you. If you're with this company, you have a team of people that believe in you and they're going to support you, and if you have people supporting you, there's nothing that you can't do.
My struggles have always been not knowing what to do or how to take the next step or how to take the next move.
Fear of failure, fear of not becoming what I want to become.
That was a big trouble for me in the beginning because I thought, well, why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work? Because I wasn't all in.
There's nothing like the real thing being here in this room. Would you agree?
Yeah.
You have an opportunity in every single moment to choose what you think, and you can also choose how you feel.
I am recommitting 100% to making this be an event that brings me a lot of success.
I'm going to do whatever it takes to become something now, to do something.
I still have to choose to do right or wrong, and I chose to take a risk.
You're building this for a lifetime, so when things get hard,
keep going. If you follow the directions, you will make it because everything is laid out.
Your mindset has to be right in order for you to really push through and bring your business and your team to a whole new level.
You want to be fully engaged right now. So that's one thing with the product line and Empower is we need to stay very focused to who that consumer is.
Oh, I'm excited to make a transformation in my business. I'm excited to get back and help the rest of my team have that transformation in their business.
Feel that transformative experience that comes along with hitting your next level as an entrepreneur.
The secret to prosperity is releasing the energy. Who in here is going to build a team that's so big that you can't even dream it right now and step into it? You know where people earn money like this? Only here! Only in Empower Network!
That was awesome. Thank you so
Wasn't
much.
that awesome?
Pat. That was great.
Get back to the. There you go. Now you
Dude,
guys.
that was badass. I felt like I was back in Vegas.
Okay, you guys didn't see it, but very quickly we got to see Patrick Meyer working his ass off on stage. He was in the background dragging this big whiteboard across the stage. So I'd like to, my hats off to Patrick for all his hard work at the event.
Yeah, I just want, before I introduce Patrick, I just wanted to, I was talking about the fact that we help each other here, and I really just wanted to talk to you about Patrick. You know, I met Patrick on Pat's panel, and the thing you have to know about Patrick is that he's really committed to making his business work, but the more important thing is that Patrick really wants to help you, and he really wants to see people succeed in his business. And I just want to tell the story, and I hope you don't mind, Patrick. I want to tell people about this because I feel that people need to know this about you. You know, my particular situation, me living so far in South Africa and having to go to Vegas is quite a feat for me. It was like 36 hours in the plane, in coach. It was grueling. It really was, and it did cost me quite a bit to get there. And the thing that I didn't have, because my laptop actually it actually completely busted, and I had to borrow another laptop. And Patrick said to me, you know, you got to get to this event because I got a surprise for you. And I was like, I don't know what date that was. I was like, okay, fine. And I was a little intrigued, but I was like at the same time thinking, okay, what could it be? And when I arrived at the event, you know, Patrick showed it to me, and Patrick got me a laptop, like a brand new laptop. You know, he actually gave it to me, and I don't say this, you know, to make Patrick feel bad or anything. I really wanted to show everybody the type of people that are involved in this industry. You know, people really want to see others succeed, and where we can help people, we will. And Patrick is just a great example of that. He's a person that really wants to help you, and I know that he wants to succeed. And he was the guy, as Pat says, behind all of the scenes, you know, dragging everything around, and in my opinion was one of the hardest working people there, just from what I saw, because he was absolutely, I'm going to say this right because it's a South African word, just hear me right, I'm not saying naked, all right? He was absolutely knackered, all right? Now, knackered here means absolutely exhausted. I don't know what you think it means, but he was exhausted every single night because he had worked so hard. So, Patrick, with that being said, if you wouldn't mind just introducing yourself and telling everybody what you took away from this event, man.
Okay. Well, thank you, David. This is awesome. I'm Patrick Meyer, and you know what I took away from this event, I'd have to say, is you know, the unity, the love of everyone. You know, the wanting to support and share, and keep it simple. Because we can tend to make things more complicated than, you know, we just can make things more complicated. I know I do, and I have over 30 years in IT, and I tend to make this whole business more complicated because I know how the stuff works on the back end, and I'm like going, if it doesn't work the way I think it should, then I try to dissect it, and I can't do it. So, but I mean, really, is just keep it simple. Pick one or two things as far as doing your business, and just focus on becoming an expert on those one or two things. You know, it's Facebook marketing, or if it's YouTube marketing, just focus on those, and the rest will come. And once you've got those mastered, you'll know, because you'll start seeing results. And whether it's in opt-ins or whatever. I mean, Dave shared with me some, you know, his YouTube marketing, and I mean, I'm bouncing all over the boards. I mean, some days I have 12 to 13 opt-ins, and next day I'll have 9. And then, you know, depending on the week, I may have 2. But then I get the, you know, another 13 opt-in day. I'm like going, okay, what's this thing with 13? But I go to 13, and then I go back to about 6 or 7. I'm like, wait a minute, I need, you know. But then it climbs back up. But yeah, that would be the big thing I would say. You know, and Dave is a great guy. I mean, he just shared with me so openly, and I had an extra laptop, and I said, you know what, he needs one. He actually showed it to me on a Hangout that we had, and I'm like, okay, that's not going to do it. That thing's, you know, I wouldn't wish that kind of stuff on my worst enemy. And I had the extra laptop, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give it to Dave when he gets to Vegas, and that's what I did, and I'm just glad that I was able to help out.
Appreciate it, brother. Really, honestly and truly, and from the bottom of my heart, I really mean it. And I'm going to move on before I get too emotional here. I want to introduce you guys to the next 2 people on this Hangout. And that is the stages. All right, I'm going to introduce you to the next stage, and that is Katie and Chris stage. All right, now Katie, I actually got to know Katie a few weeks ago, or about a month ago. I got to know Katie through Pat's Hangout, and to Katie's left, you'll see there's a guy sitting there. His name is Chris, but he's affectionately known as Pops. And let me tell you something about Pops, all right? So he was the guy that actually fetched me at the airport, and they took me into their room. And I also want to, as another illustration of people just wanting to help you out, they were willing to take me in, you know. They said, they weren't going to let me pay for my room. And I was like, what are you talking about? I have to pay something. And this is the type of, as I said, this is the type of people that are in this industry that really want to help you out. And I wasn't having any of it. I did pay my portion of the room, but just to give you an idea of the type of people in this industry. So without further ado, I think we'll start with Pops, and then we'll go to Katie.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Chris, Pops, stage. And what I got out of that event was all the knowledge that gets up on the stage and what people share, and the note taking is I have like a whole folder full of notes that I got from all the people that got up and spoke their story and how they're working their business and how they get to where they got to where they are. It's just phenomenal. And then, like everybody else, I agree with everyone else that spoke so far, and camaraderie and the love that's shared, and it was an awesome. I couldn't wait to meet you, coming all the way from South Africa and going through all that turmoil to get here. It was unbelievable. It's phenomenal. And pretty much that's it. Just the knowledge that you gain, far and away the best thing that I could say, because of you just know it firsthand. You got it. It's right there in front of you. It's not like a video. It's not like something that you read. It's live people up there talking and stuff. And that was awesome.
Okay, I'll just kind of feed off of that. Well, Pops and I were actually, we're not new to events. We've actually been going to events since April of 2013. And we usually drive to the events. I just wanted to point out actually something really funny that Dave said when he first got into my dad's truck, which is a Suburban. He's like, "Oh my word!" You know, he always said, "Oh my word." This thing, it has its own continent, like its own zip code. I thought that was hilarious. So I mean, it's what my takeaway is. Like I said, I'm not new at events, so there's a lot of other things that you can take away from each event because not every event is going to be the same. So I'm going to slip that right in there. Don't miss any events. So Wade in the blue shirt, once you go, you can't stop going. And what I got from this last event is actually the power of yin and yang. So the power of like how two different things can come together and actually work. So you get like David Wood and then Chris Jones, two different, completely different people with a different way of thinking come together and actually make it work into something that's going to be huge, something massive. It's just really going to change the industry and how we do things. So that's my takeaway from this event. Dave, back to you.
Thank you, Katie, for that. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. Now, this next person I want to bring on, everybody will probably know who Jeff is. If you don't know who Jeff is, get out of the rock you're in. Jeff is a very good friend of mine. I had the privilege of meeting Jeff in Vegas. And let me just tell you something, man. Jeff is...
Hey,
Jeff is
you
like...
grab me another Gatorade? I don't care what kind. Just go ahead.
Okay, all right. Wait, we'll get you a Gatorade. All right, so Jeff actually, he's one of those old school marketers that came in, that joined Empower Network later on. Jeff is like truly old school in the sense that he knows a lot about SEO with blogging and all that type of stuff. He's really gone from the beginning and worked his way up, and he's had tremendous success with that, and now he's joined Empower Network. And Wade is just one of the most caring people you'll ever bump into. He really is, and he wants to help as many people as possible. I don't care where you are, what time it is. If you say, "Hey Jeff, what's going on?" he just responds just about immediately. So you don't need to worry about him not responding. He's always there. And with me, with my title, the 24-hour marketer, it's not necessarily because I'm up 24 hours a day. The title is because the strategies I use work 24 hours of the day. That's why I had the title strategy. But I think if anyone has the 24-hour marketer mindset, and that is Jeff Sherwood. So Jeff, if you wouldn't mind, unmuting yourself and coming on and telling people a bit about yourself and what you took away from the event, that would be awesome.
What is up, people? And Dave, thank you for that awesome intro, man. And Wade, man, I appreciate it too, bro. Man, what you're seeing right here in front of me is all of my family, right? This is my family because, man, like 4 years ago, my sister was murdered, right? And I was looking for a way to kind of fill that gap. And this is the closest I've ever came to filling that gap in 4 years, right? Is these people that you see right here in front of you, every single one of them are awesome. And oh, man, I just can't express enough my gratitude towards these people, right? Because they have accepted me as I am, and, most of them have heard the story that I have to tell, right? And that was my biggest breakthrough at the Vegas event, right? It was tell your story. Like Wade Hamill, it was, hey, Jeff, you know what? You might not have the best story in the world, but you have a story, right? You have a story. And every single person watching this has some sort of story, right? And so you might think your story is insignificant. You might think, how can I help people with my story, right? You absolutely can. My thing is that I'm a big family man, and I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't want freedom for my family, right? My thing is, I went to school for 4 years. I never got an income disclaimer about, hey, you might not get a job after you graduate, and that's absolutely true, right? You know, they should have told me when I started school that, hey, you might not get a job after you graduate. Even if you graduate with honors, you're not guaranteed a job. Because the thing is, you know, you can go to school for 4 years, or you can just get 4 years of business training right here. And it ain't even going to take you 4 years to get all the training that we have to offer, right? But my biggest thing is when Chris Rushlow got up there and he said, you know what? Tell your story. Don't worry about who ridicules you. Just go out there and you tell your real story, and people are going to fall in line. You know, you're not after everybody, right? You're after the people that you connect with. You're after the people that believe in you. You're after the people that you inspire. You're after the people that inspire you. And I'm inspired by every single person that you see here tonight. You know, Dr. Wade, Edmund, Katie Stage, Chris Stage, Patrick, Pat Patterson, unfortunately, but yeah, that guy's an asshole. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's an inside joke for those of you that don't know it. That's an inside joke, and Pat's just going to sip on his coffee and act like he never heard that one. But Ryan, even though he goes to the bathroom more than anybody I know, Wade Hamill, man, that dude is a beast.
I'm here. Don't worry.
Yeah. Fixing that man bun up. No,
now,
man.
look, I gotta interrupt you there. Hold on just a minute. Guys, let me explain this to you. And, you know, I don't usually interrupt people.
What?
Here we go. All right.
Here we go.
This way to get your money,
go eat your
right?
pizza, because this is fixing to get ugly. Go eat your pizza. It's about to get ugly.
I
had to dismiss my kid for this one, so go ahead.
Here's the thing that happened with me and Jeff. Dave asked me, Dave Reinecke,
There we go. You can never get his word. Just get that right. Just get it right.
The host, him. We just got to know each other, and he said, hey, I'd like to have you as my guest on my webcast. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do that, no problem. So Jeff, being the entrepreneur he is, was going to do an ad on Facebook and invite everybody on his friends list to this Dave's Hangout, where I'm the featured guest. I seen his ad. It said, Pat Patterson's going to be the guest on this Hangout. He's very funny. You need to be. He's a real asshole. I saw that, and I texted him, and I said, you know, why didn't you just say, hey, Pat's on here tonight. He's a dick, a prick, a piece of shit, but hey, come to the webcast anyway. So
you meant to say smartass.
He meant to say smartass, not asshole. So, but I'll take it either way.
See, the whole time that me and Pat are hanging out in Nashville, right? Pat's just like, hey, I gotta tell people, I gotta. If you have me on your webcast, I gotta warn them that I'm a little bit of a smartass, right? And so I forgot the smartass part, and I just said, Pat's an asshole. I gotta warn you that Pat's an asshole. If you show up, just be expecting an asshole.
And then I said, yeah, he's a prick, a dick, and a piece of shit, but show up anyway.
Yeah. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever needed proof of a bigger asshole, then you have one right here in Pat Patterson.
Hey.
No, Pat is, man, Pat's a really cool guy, man. I had to give him a boost to do a video with me, right? So I put him up on my hands, and we did a video together.
That way we're at the same level. Yeah, we were at the same level.
Yeah, Pat's about 3 feet shorter than I am. And so, no, man, but that's another thing I took away from the event is I got to actually sit there and do a bridge page video with Pat, man, and that was so awesome. I thank you again, Pat, for taking the time to do that with me, man.
Absolutely, man, I had a ball.
You know,
that's you in the background. Now, guys, wait. Yeah. He's in the background. I step up to the camera. Jeff's in the background doing this. I said, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. So,
time is it?
Oh, but Time is a ticking, so I guess my time's up here. It was nice to talk to y'all for the little bit I got.
No, it's cool, Jeff. It's cool, Jeff. I just want to get through the panel. I want to introduce you guys to a guy who his name is Edmund Gerald Jr. Is that right, Edmund? Got your name right? Can't hear you. No, can't hear you. You muted out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just wanted to say, first of all, that Edmund and I have something in common, and that we have a background in doing security. I mean, we're not police officers like Mr. Pat Patterson, but we've done security, and so I understand how difficult that job can be, working sometimes a 12-hour shift, because I used to work 12-hour shift 4 days in a row and then take 4 nights off and then do 4 nights in a row. It's really grueling, and that kind of messed up my body clock. And I got to meet Edmund on the Hangout, and I had actually met Edmund about 1.5 years earlier, which I completely forgot. And that's when I met him on the Hangout, and we got to be really good friends. And I just wanted to introduce you to him and tell everyone, Edmund, what you took away from this event.
First of all, I want to say thank you, Dave, for having me on to hang out with you and all these guys here, all these leaders here. And just a little bit about myself, Dave. This is explaining I'm a security guard, work with 2 companies, and I got started in the internet industry back in in November of 2013, and saw an ad on I saw a email that was sent to me, and I saw a young guy named Ryan on there, and saw his training and how easy and just followed some few steps to make money online. And prior to that, I never ever had made any money online. And fast forward that, went to his training and I got involved in the business, and after that, I went to a Power Network event in January of 2014, and so this is my 3rd event here in Vegas. And what I learned in Vegas was basically is to speak more of my vision of what I want, or actually my vision into my advertisement and my story. In the past, I wasn't really sharing that to other people, far as my vision is helping other people to quit their jobs and live the life of financial freedom and have the ability to do whatever they want. So that's what I take about at the event is my story, and actually the community of meeting all you guys there, from Pat and Dave and Wade and Ryan, and I developed a new nickname that someone gave me called Too Tall when I was at the event. So so the community there was nice. I mean, it was, everybody shared what they was doing. Everybody was just so open. It was like a whole big family. It was finally first time to get the chance to meet Dave. All this time, like, I knew him, but I never did get a chance to meet him. So yeah, that's what I took for the event, is just the community and storytelling, and also start to blog more now, because I was at one of the workshops in the morning, and I learned some new, some easier ways and some new contents that I can work on to put out more blog content. So yeah, that's majority what I learned at the event there in Vegas for Dave.
Yeah, man. Edmund, thank you so much. Hey, guys, if you haven't met Edmund in person, just know that you'll be doing this the whole time, because he is really, really tall.
Actually,
and,
I went up to him, Dave. I
Oh,
want
my
to
word.
introduce myself real quick to him, and I think I came up to his belly button. I think that's where I leveled out. This guy is freaking huge. I'm little, but he made me feel like a midget.
Oh man.
Did Dave freeze up? Dave!
I think Dave freezed up.
Breathe, Dave. It's okay. Breathe. I've watched 911, so you're okay.
Hey, Dave, if you need help, I got a brother-in-law that's a Navy SEAL. I'll call him, and he'll call emergency services for you.
Well, there must be something very interesting to Dave's right, because he keeps staring at it.
Hey, let's bring in Dr.
Yeah, let's
Wade.
do this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna introduce. Hold on, Dr. Wade. Let me introduce you. Slow down. Calm down, man. Everything will be okay. I'm gonna introduce Dr. Wade. Now, I met Dr. Wade at the event, and he we were sitting together at one of the dinners, wasn't it? Was it like Friday night dinner?
Yeah, it was the top 200.
Yeah, the top 200 dinner, and we just got to talking and just kind of hit it off, and then he ran me down while I was eating, and you know I took no offense to that, and wanted me to do a video with him. So,
Sorry, I dropped him for a second there.
there
Sorry
you
about
are.
that.
Okay, wait, guys, hold on, Dave. Hold on. I'm going to turn it back over to Dave. It was nice being the host for a few seconds. Go ahead, Dave. Take it away.
Wait, I want to hear the story.
No. You know, because the thing is, a lot of you guys don't realize this, but you know, actually, when Ryan started to see that I was really serious about my business, Ryan, and a lot of people don't know this, but you know, Ryan really saw that I was really trying to make this work. I mean, you can ask Ryan. I was at my computer every day. We were chatting virtually every day, and I was kind of, I think, getting on his nerves a little bit. Ryan kind of also introduced me to Wade, and Wade and Ryan helped me in the sense that they kind of gave me a little bit of work to do on the internet. So I had a skill that I developed when I could rank videos very well, and they actually paid me a bit to actually to have some sort of income, because I had actually lost my job. In the sense that I had no work. So I not only had to find ways of getting an income in my regular job, but these guys really pulled together and helped me succeed tremendously, because, as I said, they could see that I was so serious about my marketing efforts. I really wanted to make this work, you know. They weren't giving me a handout. I had to work for everything I got. But just to give you another sense that this is a community of people that really want to help you. And if we can see that you really are serious, we will do whatever it is to help you succeed in your business. So with that being said, Wade, please just tell people about yourself and what is it that you actually do, because I know you do a whole span of stuff. You know, you're Dr. Wade, and you do, like, you know, karate and stuffs and all of that you know, if you wouldn't mind just telling people what it is, how you got started, and what you took away from the event, man.
Hey, Pat, wipe that shit-eating grin off your face right now. I see. Look, look at it. Oh man. Okay, I've got a present for y'all tonight. It's gonna be funny. I think. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, Dave, thanks for introducing me, and thank you for having me on this call. Yeah, I rarely do I run into Wades out there, but in our group we have Wades all over the place. And so actually, when I first started out, I was Wade Baskin, but then there's Wade Hamill and everybody else, and I said, well, everybody calls me either Dr. B or Dr. Wade in my practice. I am an actual doctor of physical therapy, so I get these emails all the time like, you're not even a real doctor. Quit giving me these scam emails. And so what I do is I send them my license number and all this stuff. Then I give them a nice little Pat Patterson kind of an email, inspired by him. But anyway, Dave is exactly right. This community, one thing I really like about it, we're online entrepreneurs. We sit behind a computer and actually, we design a life on our laptops, if you will. But we are a community of people. We're very connected, and that's more evident every time we go to one of these one of the conferences and we meet. It's like an explosion of just interconnection, and you're in the right place with these people. If you're watching this right now, if you're watching this Hangout, well, you're in the right place. You're here for a reason. And Dave, I don't know if you put a link up anywhere or anything, but I would just say that this is a perfect opportunity for you to actually join in with a group of people like this and just come right along with us. I don't know the expression real well, but it has to do with your income being, the average of the top 5 people you hang around, right? And so you need to really think about that. So if you're in a, like Wade Hamill, he's, I think he talked about being in a trailer park. I think, I don't know, I've lived there before. I've been in situations where I've actually had absolutely below nothing. I've been over 100K in debt. I felt it all, and now I'm in a prosperous situation. And I'll tell you right now, being in a prosperous situation is much better than being beyond broke. And that's why most of us do this. It's not just to create money, but freedom. You know, freedom from debt, freedom from whatever the hell you just don't want to do. You do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with who you want to do it with. And that's what this community is all about. And you know, again, what Dave was saying about how he started out and how Ryan and I helped him, you know, it was that Dave had what it takes. And you probably do too. I mean, everybody here does, obviously, but for those of you watching us, you probably have what it takes too. And that's just to simply dedicate yourself to achieving something. Dedicate yourself to finally putting your fist down and say, you know, enough's enough. I'm tired of being where I'm at. I'm ready to level up. Well, you are where you are right now because of the way you think. Okay? You are your best you right now. So you want to level up? Well, go get better. How do you get better? You get around better people. You hang out with better people. You learn. You get a new skill set. And that's what we're all here dedicated to doing. That's why I hang out with these people. That's why when Dave said, hey, can you do this on Monday? My first thing was, yeah, I had to find a way to do that, because Dave is one of those people that showed that he has not only what it takes, but he did it. I mean, he did. He literally, if you know his situation, I mean, he literally, for every dollar we spend, when we have $1 in our hand, when you hold that dollar up and you look at it in the United States of America, that's the equivalent of Dave holding up about $12, okay? That's how much, that's the dollar exchange rate where he is. So when we make $100, that's like $1,200 or more for Dave. Isn't that about right, Dave?
That's right, man.
Yeah,
That's exactly
I mean,
right.
that's incredible. So for him to make it here is just, I'm not surprised, but I love when I see that happen. Dave came to Ryan and said, hey, let me do some work for you. He's really good at video stuff, and he's he's got a computer background. And then Ryan said, hey, I've got this guy on my team that really is taking action, and he really wants to make this work. However, he's in this area where, you know, literally for every dollar, I mean, it takes him $12, the equivalent for us, $12 to get something done. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So like for $100, that's like him spending $1,200? He goes, yes. I said, does he even have the inner circle yet? No. And yet, he's still, I'll tell you this right now, I don't know if you're all in yet, Dave, but Dave has generated so much damn money doing this business. I know he's top 200, and I know in the next go-round when they do the rankings, I know he'll be there because he has just skyrocketed. All he does is he takes action on what he's taught. And I'll tell you that's my biggest takeaway from this, from the Empower Network Conference, was really, you know, there's so much information you can learn. We got it all in one nice little neat box there, yes. But you got to just get to work. It works. Yeah, we're all evidence of that. It works. I'm too old to be messing around with things that don't work. I got 3 kids. I'm in a volatile industry offline. I've got to have something stable that works. This works. Now you work. I got to make it work. It's our responsibility. That means taking action. And I think Wade and one other said it really good. You just got to pick, Patrick. You got to pick 1 or 2 things and just get good at that. Get all in, and then go into the areas of training that just resonate with you, that you feel good about, that you can do, and just get good at that and scale up and get results. Just like Edwin did there. He took action on what Ryan told him. That's what I did. I did 1 or 2 steps and became really good at video marketing. I don't even like video. Just like Patterson hates blogging, I can't stand doing video, but I do it, and I've gotten better at it. And also keep it simple, you know? Really keep it simple. So many people try to make this thing so complex. It's not that hard. People, look at all of us here. I mean, I'm not a doctor in computer crap. I'm a doctor in messing with squishy people and things that are soft and muscular and fat and not hard and, you know, machine-like and computer-like. I don't know this internet stuff, you know. If I can do it, you can do it. And the next thing I took away from this, and I just really had to find this out. You know, I knew Pat from the last meeting, I just had to find out, can Pat Patterson be bossed around? Can he be bossed around? And I have evidence of what happens when you try to boss Pat around. Now, I'm going to try to do a screen share really quick. This is video evidence.
Oh, man.
This is going to be, hey, look.
You've been trying to boss me around, and what I said, that shit ain't going to work.
Here we go already. Here we go. So get your money up, people, and you send me a check because this is entertainment you're going to want to pay for right here. All right, let me see if I can.
Oh, man.
Mute your mics so you can see.
Hang on, let me see here. All right, let's see. Pat Patterson. All right, so now, all right, I've hit my screen share button. Y'all tell me when you can see. Hold on.
You look real funny looking at your screen. You're like,
I was just going to say, I'm a doctor.
what the hell?
See the drill guy. Oh.
Yeah, this is a guy that tried to boss me around. Oh, my. Please.
Okay, can y'all see? All right, here we go right there. All right. All right, y'all see the video?
We see it.
You ready? Y'all see that video?
Well, you got to push play.
Yeah, man, hit play. Yeah, you're good. You're good. We can see your screen. Go ahead.
Here we go. All right.
No, you took it off the screen. We can't see it. We're back at you.
Damn it, Dr. Wade, get it together.
Wait, did it not go?
No, you clicked on stop or something because it stopped sharing your screen.
Yeah, click on the screen share again.
All right,
Yeah, let's do it again. Reboot.
All right, here we go. Can y'all see the video?
Yes.
I think you. Yeah, I think tell me what to say.
You're gonna stop for a minute. You screwed me up. Stop telling me what to do. You're not the boss of me.
No.
You're not the boss of me.
Now here we go. What do you mean I be the boss? I've always wanted to be a boss.
All right. Well, all right. So that was good.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Not the boss of me.
I love it.
All right, now, Pat, you were saying something when I jumped off for a second. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just trying to make up some great thing to introduce Mr. Doctor.
Okay. I wanted to share something because I know we're running short of time here. I wanted to put this out there for people that are interested in wanting to get the business up quickly. Can you guys mute your microphones?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to say to everybody watching this particular Hangout now, if you want to get your business working and working fast, I want to give you a little bit of kind of like an incentive here. All right, we know, everybody here knows how valuable the all-in, being all-in is. And when I say being all-in, I mean getting all the core products inside of Empower Network. All right, and we all understand how powerful that is. Now, I want to just share with you also that I have a strategy that has been working for me time and time and time again. I get sales every single day, and for people that have gone through my training as well, they also seeing results, tremendous results. And I want to teach that to you, all right? But there is one condition, and the condition I'm going to be giving out is this. You need to be all in, all right? And if you are going to be all in, if you are all in, I'm going to give you a personal invite to a training session or a workshop I'm having next week, Tuesday, at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, and I'll be personally emailing you that link. It's not going to be on the group or anything. It's only going to be a small group of people where I'm going to be giving that training, and I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about how you can actually start getting fast results with the strategy I'm using. And but you need to be all in. And the reason we say that is not because we want to scare you or frighten you, I need to know that you're serious, all right? I need to know that you want to make the commitment, all right? It's no good saying that you are serious and you don't want to actually put the effort into it. I want to make sure that you are absolutely serious. And there was actually a story about a wrestler who wanted to learn some techniques, and he never had his technique down. And so the trainer said to him, "Listen, I've got a video you can watch that'll teach you everything you want to know." And the trainer said, and the wrestler said, "Okay, can you give it to me?" And he says, "Give me $200." The guy said, "Why must I give you $200?" He said, "Because I know that if I just give you this video, chances are you're not going to watch it. But if you pay me $200 for it, I know you're going to watch it." And here's the thing. If you're going to get all in, I know you're going to get 10 times more value than I could ever give you, 100 times more value, because that training is unbelievable. And as a result of me having the strategy is because of all the training inside of those training videos, all right? Because that's how valuable it is. And I don't know if anybody on here has actually gone through the training of mine before. I know that Wade has gone through that training, because there was a time I used to give it out for free, but I don't do it anymore, because the truth is that people don't see value in it when I give it away for free. And now I've taken it off. And I know that every single person that has gone through that training 100% of the time has gotten results, all right? And results meaning they've got an opt-ins, they've got a couple of sales. Now, I cannot guarantee you anything, obviously, because I don't know what type of person you are, but I know that the strategy works, and it's continually working for me, even though I've been doing this over a period of 2 years now. So if you want to get into that training, you need to be all in. You can send me a message, you can send me an email, and once you're all in, and I know you're all in, and you show me proof, you can be a part of that workshop next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Does that sound fair, guys?
That sounds fair, bro. Hey, here's what I wanted to say, guys. And you can see both my boys, I got two of my boys right here on my lap. If you've got kids and you're out there watching, your kids are depending on you. They're depending on you to make something happen, right? You might not even realize that they're depending on you, right? But they are. They're depending on you because they want daddy to pass football in the backyard with them, right? They want daddy to teach them how to drive. They want daddy to teach them how to do everything that they need to know to be a man. They need daddy there, right? If you're a man out there and you're watching, right? You need to realize that these two guys right here, they depend on me, right? And so if you think that your job is always going to be there, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. Your job's not guaranteed, right? I'm sure Pat, you always thought you were going to be a cop, right? Well, the sad reality is that there's always going to be something out there that's going to get in your way of that, right? Well, the cool thing is that like right now, I'm going through a murder trial for my sister. Somebody killed my sister 4 years ago. But guess what? I'm still able to run my business from the courtroom if I want to, right? Like my business literally runs on autopilot right now. So the cool thing is that I can go outside any time of the day and pass football with my kids because of this business. If I was working where I used to work at a bar, I used to work at a bar flipping burgers. I couldn't do that because I'd be at the bar flipping burgers, right? Well, the thing is that this business gives me the freedom to hang out with Eli here, right? Like Eli's my buddy, right, boy? Yeah, So it's like, why would you not make the unselfish decision to change your life, right? Because if you're only dependent on your job to provide your future for you and your kids, then you're going down the wrong path. You literally are, because that job's not going to be there tomorrow. How many times have you seen on the news where it said, hey, 27 employees showed up today and they didn't have a job. The employer respected them enough to leave a note on the door saying, hey, we're not in business anymore. Your job no longer exists. Are you going to show up tomorrow and that job's not going to be there? Ask yourself that. When are you going to step out in faith and make the decision to say, I'm not going to depend on anybody else for my life. I'm going to depend on me, because you absolutely contain within you the power to do what you want to do. You absolutely contain within you the power to run a business on your own. You absolutely contain within you the power to make a free decision and say, I don't have to take this anymore. I don't have to work with people that I don't want to work with.
You know, Jeff,
I can do what I want to do.
Jeff, Patrick Myers had said something. Patrick, unmute your mic for a second. Okay. You had said something related to what Jeff is saying about so many years ago there was how many entrepreneurs, and now there's so many entrepreneurs. Didn't that come from you?
Yeah, and I heard it somewhere, but so I don't have all of it. But basically, back in the early 1900s, so 1910, 1920 through the 1960s, over 90% of Americans were entrepreneurs. Now it's just the opposite.
Right.
Only 10% of Americans are entrepreneurs, and 90% of Americans work for somebody else.
That's incredible, and that kind of bounces off what Jeff was saying. But I'll tell you this: let me say this: do not be ashamed that you're an entrepreneur. We were asked a question: when somebody asks us, what do we do for a living? I've always said I'm a talent scout, because I'm always looking for talent. But you know, that's so wrong. I shouldn't say I'm a talent scout. Other people were saying I'm a business developer or something. We should say what we do. I'm an online marketer. I have my own business. Don't be ashamed of that. I will never tell somebody else that I'm a talent scout or I'm a business developer. I am an online marketer. You want to know what I do? Here's my website. That's what I'm going to start telling people, because I was 100% wrong to deny or to falsify what I actually do. So that's just my little tidbit. Turn it back over to you, Dave.
No, that's cool, man. You know, the thing is that when you're working for you know, in your guys' situation, corporate America, and you have a boss that's telling you what to do, you have a boss telling you when to take lunch, and you have everything given to you virtually because you need to do your job. And then when you get out of that situation and now you've got to run your own business, you kind of got to, there's got to be a mindset that's got to change. A switch has to flip where you're going to realize, wait a minute, I cannot be asking for free stuff all the time. I need to start really investing in myself. You need to start really saying, you know what, for me to take responsibility means that I need to start investing financially inside of my business. All right. Unfortunately, when we get online, because we've been programmed by our jobs, we think for some reason that we have a right to free stuff, and that is the problem, right? Every single person on this panel will tell you the same thing, that the moment they started to see change is when they started to take responsibility for their own business and started to invest financially, mentally, spiritually into their business. That's when each and every one of us took a change.
Well, it's like what Pat said in Las Vegas when he was on the stage. It's like what Pat said. He said, "Would you fire yourself if you were the general manager of your own company? Would you fire yourself?" He said, "Hell yeah, I fired myself, and then I hired myself back the next morning." But the thing is, like, how hard are you actually working to be successful, right? I would have fired myself several times along this 7-year journey that I've been on, right? I would have fired the hell out of myself because I know I'm sitting there watching SpongeBob half the time, right? And now I can watch SpongeBob and just get away with it because I know what I'm doing now. But the thing is, it's just like
Patrick.
Go ahead, Pat.
Here's the thing: we have got to send him a peanut butter jelly sandwich and a blankie so he can watch SpongeBob.
Hey, I don't need a peanut butter sandwich and a blanket for that. I got 2 kids.
I want to interrupt here.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to say something. You know, a lot of times people are always looking for to make money online the free way, and a lot of times, you know, it reminds me is when I was in high school. You know, my friends, their parents were buying them cars and all that, and I was like, went to my parents, hey man, buy me a car. You know, and you know, I had a stepdad, and he sat there and he told me, because I'm not going to buy you a car. You're going to go out and work for it, and the reason being is because you're going to appreciate it more. So I always tell people, you know what? These free systems you see online, they're not going to work. You need to invest in this business because once you do that, you're going to appreciate it, everything that you've accomplished, and you're just going to want to keep investing into that business. So, you know, the free stuff. If anybody's watching, you know, if the people that are watching this, it's not going to work. You need to get into a business, and it is a business, and you need to invest in it. That's the only way it's going to be successful. All these people that you see on here, they're very successful. Why? Because they invested in their business and they took it serious and they stayed consistent.
That's right.
And it's not that we just invested in a business either. We invested in ourselves, right? We all invested in ourselves because we all have faith that we know what we need to change our future, right? So in order to do that, we know that there's no free system out there that's going to change our future. We know that we are in charge of our future, and there's no boss to give us orders or anything else. It's just us, right? And so in order to be fully invested, you have to make an investment in yourself and say, I believe in me. You know why? Because each one of us on this panel right here believe in each other, and we all build each other up, right? But the main thing is, the first step is believing in yourself and believing that you have the power to change your life and change the life of others around you. And that's what all of us have in common is we all believe in ourselves. We all believe that we have what we need to push forward no matter what, because we have all seen the future, and at some point or another, we have all seen ourselves in that cubicle or in that restaurant or in that call center or in that police station or whatever it is, you know. We've all seen that, and we don't want that for ourselves, right? We don't want that because we know where that leads, right? If I would have wanted to take off to Las Vegas for a business conference and I was working a job, I would have had to ask a boss for a week off, right? I don't have to do that. I just get up and go wherever I want to go because I'm in charge of my life. I don't have to ask permission from anybody to do anything I want to in life. I don't have to ask permission from my boss to go outside for 2 hours and pass football with my kids or ride them around in a little red wagon. I just go do it. And that's what you got to tell yourself is I'm just going to go do what I want to do because this is the vision that I had for my life growing up, right? When I was growing up, all I wanted to do was pull my kids around in the backyard in a little red wagon. I didn't have the opportunities that most people did. I grew up in the projects. I grew up poor. I went to prison. I got out of prison. I went to college. They didn't give me a second chance. They said, hey, you're not worth it. And I said, you know what? I am worth it. I'm going to invest in me. I don't have to get you to invest in me because I'm going to do that. I'm going to invest in me. And that's what you need to make the decision to do right now is invest in yourself and your family and stop being selfish and worrying about yourself and realize that there are kids out there depending on you. Your kids are depending on you. Your family is depending on you to do something with your life, and you've got to do it. You can't depend on anybody else. You are the one that can take control of your life, and you're the one that has to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll get off my soapbox now, but that shit just really rings my emotional bells, bro.
No, that's fine. That's fine, man. For those of you watching and are not inside of the system, there is a button on your right where you can go ahead and join the system right now. And just so you know, whoever brought you to this particular Hangout, we have a whole group of support here of people that want to help you. Once you're in the system and you get contact with your sponsor, they'll get you in touch with a great community that you can be involved with. There's a 24-hour marketing mastermind group where we have people that want to help you succeed, successful people. And yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to take action. You need to get your credit card out. You need to go ahead and get the system because that is how you're going to start seeing success. And as I said before, if you want to get training where I can get you jump started in a very quick way. If you get all in, and get all of the core products, I will give a workshop next week Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will get you going very quickly. All right. So.
Hey, Dave. Can I interrupt you real quick? I know I've been interrupting people, but hey, listen to me out there. What Dave just said is very real, right? I went through Dave's training, and right now I get about 37 leads a day, and part of that's Dave's training. Part of that is Dave's training. About 20 of those leads came from the training that Dave gives, right? So, I mean, just get connected to Dave. Dave is going to take you through the most it's so basic, but it's so real, right? Dave is going to take you through the best training that you've ever had as far as lead generation, as far as people signing up for your business, as far as anything goes. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It literally is, because I went through Dave's training, and I get at least 20 leads a day just off of Dave's training, right? And so if you go through Dave's training, I'm very confident. I can't guarantee you, just like Dave, I can't guarantee you because I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're going to do with Dave's training, right? And I'm sure that there's other testaments here that can speak up and say, hey, Dave's training is the truth, because I do what Dave says to do, and Dave is consistently on the leaderboard. See what Dave won't tell you about himself is he is consistently on the leaderboard of Empowered Network, right? He is consistently at the top of this company, and that's why Dr. Wade said that he is definitely in the top 200 top affiliates, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because Dave speaks the truth, right? And Wade Hamill, I see you on the screen, bro, and you're a testament to Dave's training.
Oh yeah,
And you know how many leads it brings.
Yeah, his training has helped me tremendously, and if it wasn't for Dave, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. And you know, probably one thing Dave won't tell you, that if you get real successful with his training, he'll probably throw in a free lion for you. So.
Man, I knew you owned a lion. I knew it.
I'm telling you, Pat, he does, man.
Yeah, no shit.
Dave
he said he didn't
runs
know the lion. He shows up on the webcast with this huge freaking scar across his hand because he was feeding the lions.
No, yeah, he was feeding like you're exactly. He was swimming with them.
Let me say this, and I'm not going to say any more tonight, but I do want to say this. I know a lot of people, and trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've been through the struggles and the hardship and wondering and blind faith and all that crap. But if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, I know it works for you guys, but how do I know it's going to work for me? If you work, this works. You have to look in the mirror and say, are you going to work? Because this works. We're living proof of that. From all walks of life, from Katie to Patrick Meyer to both the Wades. I mean, it works as long as you work. So as I always like to say, treat your business like a business and not a hobby. And it will work.
Edmund, you've been very quiet over there.
Yeah, I know. He's making me nervous. He's that one in the shadow. He's like huge.
Yeah.
He's like, damn it, I'm the only black guy on this fucking webcast.
No.
That shit, he's 7 foot tall.
I'm just
Flush all of us.
Hey, Katie's the only woman on this hangout.
Hey, but the thing is, guys, that you don't realize is, one of the things I didn't get to tell you about my favorite part of being in Vegas is, man, one of the moments that I got to realize that this was really real was when I met Dave Renica. When I met Dave Renica in person, he was so much bigger than he is on the computer. So if you're thinking that this is some little guy on the computer, this dude is huge, right? And so another big takeaway that I had was, like him and Edmund are about they're about the same size. They're both of them are huge, like, wow. But Dr. Wade, man, Dr. Wade is, man, I'll tell you what, I had so much fun masterminding with Dr. Wade because that guy, he really knows how to help people be successful, and so does everybody on this panel. But one of the most things I enjoyed was masterminding with Dr. Wade, because he gave me one tip, and he said, you know what he said? The last thing that he said before I left Vegas, and I won't interrupt anymore. I won't say another word, I promise. But he already knew that I took away go tell your story, right? And I would have never told my story had I not went to Vegas. Never would have told my real story, right? But the last thing that Dr. Wade said to me was, okay, you got your story, go crush that shit. Because that's what you can literally do with your story. Is you don't think your story means nothing, right? Maybe you're a fast food worker, maybe you're a call center worker, maybe you do catering, maybe you're a cook. I don't know what you are, right? But here's the thing. We all have life experiences, right? And we can share those life experiences with other people, and those other people are going to connect with your story. And your story is going to touch so many people that you don't realize, right? Because when I came back and I told my real story, my actual real story, it changed my life, right? It got me into an 8-figure mastermind with Lawrence Tam, who is at the top of this thing, right? He was one of the first he was one of the first millionaires with Empower Network. And I'm masterminding with that guy on a daily basis just because I went to Nashville and I went to Vegas, right? I got accepted into the 8-figure mastermind where I'm learning about stuff that you won't hear about for 3 months from now. You won't hear about the stuff that I'm learning about right now for 3 months, just because I made the decision to change my life. But all these guys on this panel, you should definitely listen to every single one of them, because they are not playing. This is a real deal, legit business, and if you're not in, I feel sorry for you. And that's all. I'm off my soapbox for real now.
Now, Jeff, if you have something to say, man, just say it, okay?
Hey, bro, it's been a long day.
Don't hold back. I just wanted to make sure you're not holding back
What
here.
you doing, Pat? My gosh, he doesn't have any more soapboxes. That's it.
Man. You can tell how passionate I am about what we do by just, if you can't tell just by listening to me, then you'll find out by what I do and what I show you I do. And you know what's going to happen is you're going to just sit by and watch. You're going to sit by and watch what all of us do, right? And all you're going to do is feel jealous. You're going to be like, why can't I be that guy? It's because that guy has an advantage.
I was kidding. I was kidding, Jeff.
Oh.
Jeff, I was kidding. I was kidding
Okay,
about
yeah, I'm done then. I'm done.
I was kidding.
I'm done.
Hey, Dr. Wade, I would like to say to you, sir, thank you very much. When we had dinner together, you gave up your chicken, that whole plate of chicken, you slid it to our side. I just really wanted to say thank you for that. I already look like I'm from Ethiopia, so I just thought that was good that you gave me your food. Thank you, sir, very much.
Well, I could. You're very welcome, Matt. I'm gonna save you some chicken next too, buddy.
Absolutely. Dave, unmute your mic.
Yeah, Dave, we don't hear you. We see you doing something.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a night. I know we've got we really got out of control at the end here, but thank you everybody for being on this hangout. I really appreciate it. It's been an absolute pleasure having you all on here. Thank you so much to everybody. So with that said, I'm going to say goodbye and end this hangout, and we'll see you again next week.
Later.
Cheers.
Later.
Night all.